Are there any culture shocks you have in Vietnam?
Um,
What's something normal in Vietnam that isn't normal back in Germany? Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Sky. Today I'm going to ask tourists about culture shocks of Vietnam. If you're new here, welcome. If you'd like to see more interviews of locals and foreigners in Vietnam, hit the subscribe button, and until then, let's get started. Hello, thank you so much for being here. Can you please introduce yourself?
Hi guys, my name is Humphrey and I come from Zambia. I live in China, but I'm having my vacation in Vietnam for the first time.
Where in China?
I live in Beijing.
Oh, can you speak any Chinese?
Yeah, 你好，我来自 Zambia，我在越南旅游。
Wow, that's impressive.
My name is Martin. I'm traveling with my daughter, and we come from Germany.
Yeah, I'm Emily. Hi, my dad.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Prawn. So I have my English name Maggie because it's easier for international people. I'm from Bangkok, Thailand.
Welcome. How long have you been in Saigon for?
Right now, I've been here for 3 days.
I'm Katie.
I'm Sandy.
I'm from Scotland.
I'm from England.
How long have you guys been in Vietnam for?
About 2 hours.
2 hours! How long do you guys plan on staying here for?
Just under 14 days.
What's it like traveling in Vietnam?
Vietnam, it's been absolutely amazing. I would say the people have been so kind, so caring, and it's like nothing I've ever seen before, to be honest. It's like a once-in-a-lifetime experience being here.
Well, we're at the end of a 14-day trip, and we enjoyed every bit of it. It's really a delightful country to visit, and I recommend everybody seeing it.
Where have you guys been so far in Vietnam?
We've been in Hanoi, and then we went southwards, so Ninh Binh,
Halong Bay we did.
Halong Bay, yeah, Hoi An.
Hoi An, we spent 4 nights, and 2 days at the coast in a place I cannot pronounce. So Huy Hoc.
Where's your favorite place so far?
I think I prefer Hanoi. I think it's very vibrant and a lot of culture, which I like.
And I like Ninh Binh. I like the nature there.
So far, I think the Ho Chi Minh City is really nice for me because, I like grab bikes so much. Because, here, you can travel a lot, and you can have, sightseeing with, a really local experience. And it's sad because, here they have helmet compared to Bangkok. Normally, we ride without, helmet and no one will fire you. So here's kind of more safer to me. Yes, and I like the tree and the pavement. It's really nice to walk. It's almost like when I experience, Macau or some places in Europe.
So in Bangkok, it's not illegal to not wear a helmet?
Actually, it's illegal, but when you ride just for a short trip, it's kind of okay, taboo.
Traveling in Vietnam is pretty interesting. It's most similar to Southeast Asian countries. I've been to Indonesia, Malaysia. It's like a mix of a lot of cultures. A lot of Southeast Asian countries have a lot of things in common. But what I like about traveling in Vietnam is the level of freedom. It's pretty free, and the food is very nice. People are very nice as well.
Oh my god, it's raining!
Oh yeah, it's about to rain.
I feel like we should move.
Oh, okay,
Sorry.
okay.
What's your favorite thing about traveling in Vietnam so far?
My favorite thing would be the food, first and foremost. The second would be the people. The people are so kind and so welcoming as well. The third would be, I would say, souvenirs. Yeah, there are a lot of souvenirs, right?
What's your first impression of Vietnam?
I'd say vibrant again. I think it's interesting to see all the people in the streets, everyone just doing their business on the streets as well. I think it's interesting to see the restaurants who wash their dishes on the streets. It's quite cool.
My first impression was that everybody is just incredibly friendly. It's really amazing, especially if you come from a place like Germany.
Are they not friendly over there?
We do laugh, but we go to the basement for that. So, but everybody is welcoming, so friendly, and that really is the spirit of all of Vietnam, I find. First impression to last impression, I hope.
I was just wow, I did not expect it to be such a vibrant city with skyscrapers, but more rural areas. I just didn't expect that at all.
Where have you been so far in Vietnam?
So I've been Ho Chi Minh City, I've been to Hanoi, Da Nang, and Halong Bay, and then back to Ho Chi Minh City.
Where's your favorite?
Ho Chi Minh City.
Why?
I just love how busy it is. I love how everyone's just hanging out on the streets of an evening, just all sat together, really socialising. In the UK, you don't really get that. People are quite antisocial sometimes, and something I wish the UK was more like.
My first impression of Vietnam, I would say, felt pretty free coming here. Yeah.
How so?
Because everybody seemed so welcoming and I could talk to everybody pretty easily. It's sort of different from China where I come from. People are a little bit more reserved. They don't like approach you on the street and say hi or like willing to help you. Vietnam was really welcoming to me.
Well, I'm quite impressed with the tree in the street during the city. So it's really like cool to me. And like you are in the city and you still can feel some nature at the same time.
Busy. Very busy.
Busy. Roads are a little bit crazy compared to what we're used to, but
What are you guys used to?
there's less cars, I suppose.
Back in England,
Yeah. Feels less busy.
a lot
But-
less cars.
Yeah, but it's nice.
Are there any culture shocks you have in Vietnam?
I wouldn't say I have a lot of culture shock because I've traveled a lot, like in Southeast Asia. So I wouldn't say I have a lot of culture shock because I've experienced a lot of Asian culture.
Fair enough.
The horn sound. I heard a lot of horn sound and I don't recognize like is it I do something wrong or it's just a normal. So what it's for? Yeah.
Like that.
Like that. Yeah.
Because in Bangkok, you guys don't really honk at each other, right?
No, we don't honk at each other. So in Bangkok, it has to be like really like big issue, like you almost hit another car or some kind of like that. So you're gonna honk.
Maybe the friendliness. I don't know. Yeah, I think we're just not used to everyone being friendly. I think we haven't met one not nice person so far, which is great. And I guess also like the street food, like never knowing, okay, can I actually eat it? Is it safe to eat?
That's a pleasant culture shock. We enjoyed actually diversity of food and eating in the street food restaurants. For me, the traffic probably was a culture shock, to dare to cross the street as a European, that was quite daring, but we got used to that as well.
Crossing the roads, that's definitely very interesting. I would say the food has been a little bit interesting for me as well. It has been really nice, but taken a while to get used to, like the flavours and stuff like that.
Not so much yet. We've just come from Thailand, so I think that kind of eased us a wee bit into the Asian culture a wee bit. Even though it's still the shock of just like all the bikes and everything on the road seems to be the biggest one.
Yeah, I'd agree.
What's something normal in Vietnam that wouldn't be normal back in your home country?
So far, not that much. I think it's quite similar to Bangkok, but I am kind of impressed about the weather here. I think we are like very close country, but here it's kind of cooler than Bangkok right now. Yeah, it's easy to walk for me right now. But a lot of people warn me as well, like don't play the phone when you ride the bike.
Maybe crossing the streets whenever. Like I think that's like a big difference. And like the crossings, like the zebra ones. In Germany, like it's very strict. Here, like everyone just does their thing.
I would say how many people are on a motorbike?
Would that ever be allowed in England?
No. I would say if people were allowed on motorbikes like as common as it is here, yeah, the roads would be wild.
I would say motorbikes. Yeah.
How so?
It's not pretty common in my country to use motorbikes as a form of transportation, but here it's like everybody has a motorbike. Like you should have a motorbike if you want to like travel conveniently everywhere you go. Back in my hometown, we just use public transportation like buses and cars. Yeah, so I would say that.
I guess the traffic, I would say.
I would say the amount of cafes and shops. We don't have that many at home.
Yeah, that's true.
What advice would you give to someone planning to visit Vietnam?
Okay, so this is my first time and I think like I will come more often. So I think it's really nice country and like people are really nice and the food is really like good taste. Actually because I'm in the art industry and the thing that really interested for me is about the music industry here. I feel like the music people and art people like for the younger generation, they are really have a really good and potentially the business can grow a lot more in terms of art and culture. They can combine like kind of Western and Eastern together really well, really supportive for that. Yeah.
So there's room for growth there.
Yes.
Maybe be in contact with locals, like try to always talk to them, hear their stories, because I think everyone is so great and so nice here and it's worth actually listening to what they have to say.
Open up to the experience, try the food, get to know the people, have an open mind and open heart, and you will have a really great time in this country.
I would just say like try and chat to the locals, yeah, and just do everything you can really. Just like try and see everything, just go for it really. Because I was a bit nervous before coming, like I nearly didn't come, but I'm so glad I did because it's been amazing.
Just go for it. Come with no expectations whatsoever. And
Bring some cash.
Bring some cash?
Yeah. Definitely visit Vietnam. It's one of the best experiences I've ever had visiting Southeast Asian countries. It's a must visit. The food is amazing. The culture is amazing. The people are amazing as well. So You might not want to miss out on that.
If you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. What did you think? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And if you'd like to continue seeing more interviews of locals and foreigners in Vietnam, hit the subscribe button. And until then, I'll see you again. Bye-bye.